Alright, guys. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone is doing well. Today, I'm going to show you four, or let me say four formations that can actually take you to Division 1. Because in eFootball, there are formations that only require less skills. And today, I'm going to show you all these formations, guys. Stay with me, subscribe to the channel. Without wasting time, let's start with the first formation. The first formation is the 5-2-3. The 5-2-3 is the first formation. In this formation, you can use orchestrator and a box-to-box DMF. It depends on the one you preferred, and you need to use two attacking fullbacks, but don't give them attacking individual instruction. You don't need to give your attacking fullbacks the attacking individual instruction. Two goal poachers and a whole player or creative playmaker or prolific winger, the one you prefer is best for you. This formation requires a very good build-up, tall build-up centre-back, but if you have Baresi, it's also fine. You can use destroyer or defensive fullback, the one you prefer. And at the GK, you can use the GK you also prefer. And on the left back, you use also attacking fullback, but don't give them attacking individual instruction. You can use an anchorman and a CMF. It's also fine. This is the first formation. When you reach yesterday, when I reached to 1900 rating, I came to realize that eFootball is actually forcing us to use some weird formations that we don't actually need. But for you to be at the top rank, then you need to use these CF, CF and SS formations. Because when you look at rank 1 to rank 10, you can find mostly common this type of formations. The reason why people use this formation because it requires less skills. Alright? The formation requires less skills and it is easy to score a goal with this formation while keeping your defensive compact. At the DMF, you can use an orchestrator and a box-to-box. It's also fine. Where's Kimmich? Alright, you can use an orchestrator and a box-to-box DMF. Because in this formation, we are only focusing on central attack. The width will be provided, but when you progress with the ball, that's why I don't recommend you to give attacking individual instruction to them. For the individual instruction I would recommend here is maybe it depends on you whether your goal poacher, if your goal poacher is heavy like Batistuta, then use anchoring on them. Just like that, 2 anchoring is enough. And to keep your SS centrally, you need to use counter target on him. But for me, I prefer everyone to move the way they want. Don't put in instructions because otherwise you need to follow the instruction in the game. Otherwise you are not going to produce. So to keep your striker centrally, I will only recommend anchoring individual instruction here. The second formation that also requires less skills is this one here. In this, you are going to apply an AMF. You are going to apply an AMF, 2 build up center back, 2 build up center back like this, and an AMF, whole player or creative playmaker, the one you prefer. But mostly I recommend whole players. Mostly I recommend whole players here. I recommend whole player. So for the defenders, I recommend you guys to use 3 CB and 1 left back and given the defensive instruction. Why do you need a defensive fullback here? Because in this formation it also requires less skills, because the 2CF and the 1SS will create movement in the opposition box that only needs you to apply through ball in the right time. That is why when you check the top rank, people are also using this formation, but this one now requires an anchorman to protect the back four, so you need to bring your anchorman here. So in the reason why top rank players are using this formation, the reason is simple. Once they progress the ball through the middle, they create central overload. So when you create central overload, then you don't need the width. You don't need the width at all. You need people to protect your back line. You need people only to protect your back line, not the width. Yes. When you create a lot of central overload, you don't need your attacking fullback to push higher. With this kind of setup, you will have a compact defense and a central attack only. There's no way that you're having width in this formation. And it works because, by the way, let me be honest with you guys. Konami is the reason why many people are using 2CF and 1SS. Because when you use real tactics in football, then the game becomes very hard for you. You can only find people like La Casa, who has a very good device, who has a lot of epics. That's why they are using real formations. And I am a huge fan of La Casa and Jordi Balls. But there is a time I saw Jordi Balls, he even used this for the first formation I created. So I try to ask myself, why did Jordi Ball also use that meta formation? But I came to find the answer is very simple. Konami is the one actually forcing us to use these formations. Alright, let's go to the third formation. The third formation is also the same, keeping the same individual instruction. Defensive here, and you can put anchoring on your heavy striker. For Forlan, you can give either anchoring to Batistuta, counter target and counter target. But for me personally, I recommend you just to leave them like that. Now the third formation. The third formation is putting an anchorman here and then put 2 CMFs. Our goal here is simple, central overload also. But now you have a lone DMF, so you don't need also to push your attacking fullbacks. That's why you need a defensive instruction on one of your fullback, and then this one you change it to CB. Like this, you can attack through the middle non-stop while you have 5 defenders staying at the back, waiting for the opponent to come. I hope you are getting my voice very well. In this setup, the main goal here is also simple, central overload. When you check the top rank players, you can find them like this. Sometimes they edit it here, but it doesn't matter. SS is SS. Whether it's above or it is below, SS will always drop below the CFs. The reason people are using this formation is also because Konami is forcing us to go central overload. That's why it is very rare for you to find people actually using real formations that are actually taking place in real football. Alright, now let's go to the fourth formation. The fourth formation is also like this, keeping simple that you use this side DMF. You use DMF orchestrator or box to box, and then the CMF. You change this orchestrator to defensive, and then you activate link up play. Then you activate link up play. This formation is used by Hisenberg. If most of you knows who Hisenberg is, this is how he set his formation. The reason why he's setting his formation, for him he used one attacking fullback here. He used one attacking fullback. As I said to you guys, the reason why people are using 2 CF and 1 SS is because of Konami. Konami is the reason why we abandon real tactics, like the 4-3-3, which is the most powerful formation in real football. But when you set it in eFootball, you lose. So that is why when you see top players, most of them use 2 CF and 1 SS, except La Casa, who is for me the best eFootball player of all time. But the rest, 2 CF 1 SS. The reason is simple, it requires less skills. It requires less skills, guys, less skills. So when you are using this setup, then the individual instruction here I will recommend for you is to put defensive on the right back and leave the offensive fullback like this. To go on his own, don't put attacking individual instruction. If you are bad defensively, then I will recommend you to also give him defensive. With this instruction, you are safe. Defensively, you are safe. But now you need to know that you are going to attack centrally also. So the next formation, which is less used by many but it is also OP, is this formation. You can also see top players are using it. Top players are also using this formation, but only if you have strong defenders. This is the formation people are using. 2 defensive midfielders, and the anchorman, I will tell you the individual instruction required for them. And then some of them use here attacking or CMF, depending on how you used to play. If you have CMFs, a lot of CMFs, you can use CMFs. If you have a lot of AMFs, you can use AMF. Here the goal is simple. Attack the whole pitch. Yes. Like this, you can have these AMFs providing width, and you can have central overload, and the DMFs protecting the backline. For the individual instruction for this formation is simple. Deep line on your DMF anchorman. Like this, he will protect the backline and form a temporary forward defense. If you put deep line, he will not form a temporary, he will be a permanent center back, because the only time he will be temporary is when you leave him without individual instruction. So if all of you might ask me, why did I show for you all these 4 formations? Guys, yesterday I pushed up to a rating of 1900. I pushed there with a very useless formation. This is the formation I used. Very defensive. But it worked. It takes me up to rank 1900. Not okay, anchorman or box to box, it depends. This is the formation I used yesterday. I really need you to hear me very well because there's something I need to tell you guys. Okay, this is the formation I used yesterday without any individual instruction, and I reached up to 1900 rating. Then I asked myself, am I playing eFootball? Because I'm playing against what I love to play with. So I decided to play with my real formation. The real one, guys, the one that I love. Because for me personally, I hate this 2CF and 1SS formation because I didn't use it. So when I reach 1850, it has become difficult. This formation become difficult. And then I put like this. Then I shift like this. And boom, the game becomes so easy. I reach 1900 rating. So I asked myself, alright, so eFootball is actually forcing us to use 2CF and 1SS. So it is not about the game now. It's about the game deciding us to use a specific formation. So when I push to 1900, I say, okay, let me come back to my usual formation. Then I change. This is my formation, guys. This is my formation. This is my formation. Wait to hear the story. I will tell you what happens to me. Wait to hear the story, guys. You wait to hear the story. The story is very painful. The story is very painful, guys. This is my formation. This is my formation. I didn't put any individual instruction. So when I said this formation, disaster, guys. 1900 rating. Let me show you the losses. Let me show you the losses. Let me show you the losses. They bring me back to 1804. It is not a pain to me because I actually know the formation that can take you even to 2000 rating. I know it. But the problem is I don't like it. Look at the match history. I started drawing easy games. I started losing like nothing. This is the last 5 games that drop it. So I asked myself, so it means now Konami actually have a formation that they are forcing us to use so that we will win. So now the game is not dependent on us, on skills. No, the game is deciding a certain type of formation for us to use. If not, why is it that I am winning easy when I set a useless formation, but I am losing if I set a real formation? Why? So guys, all the formation I showed you, the 4 formations, the first 4 formations, if you want to go up to 1900 rating or 2000 rating, use that formation. Otherwise, you will always be losing in eFootball. Thank you so much. I'm signing out.